No.
It's been a wild few weeks, but we are finally back to some high school football as the Sharks step into familiar opponent territory to face the East Bay Indians. And we are so thrilled to be saying hello from down on the field here at East Bay High School. Ben Tilley, Kenneth Haystack with you. And Kenny, Mother Nature just must not like us right now. 2 storms in 3 weeks. Obviously, this one, Hurricane Milton, coming through the western parts of Florida and practically damaging and destroying most of the stuff in its path. Now, you might be wondering, what did this do to the high school football schedule? Well, it did a lot. The game that we were supposed to be playing against Bartow on October 10th has been moved all the way to the end of the year on November 7th. And tonight's game was moved from Friday to Saturday, so obviously a lot has gone on these past 3 weeks, but we are so glad to be on the field. And a play to keep an eye on tonight for the Sharks, one that has a huge heart for this defense. Defensive back, Devin German.
Yeah, Ben, Devin German, Mr. Do-It-All. He's been playing positions all the way from free safety to tight end. He'll be returning kicks for the Sharks tonight, but the big question, Ben, is what has just gone wrong with Riverview?
Yeah, and there may not be one true answer to this question because a lot of factors will be considered when we talk about this, but something to keep in mind is we've only played 1 good game this year, the rest not so much. We've been waiting for a highly contested game, and as well tonight, whoever wins tonight's game will be the retainer of the cup between East Bay and Riverview, and we are so glad to be back on the field tonight for some football. Highlights are coming your way next. The game started off slow for the Sharks as they committed 3 turnovers and allowed 14 unanswered points. But in the second quarter, Roderick Mack Jr. takes it up the gut and turns on the Jets as he takes it all the way for an 87-yard touchdown. And the Sharks claw back 14-7. The defense then gets a huge turnover as Kobe Holloman recovers the loose ball to give the Sharks possession. They would convert as Mason Boosie Burris sheds some tackles and runs it in for a 43-yard score. And Riverview ties up the score at 14-all. East Bay would answer late in the half, however, as quarterback William Boyd connects with Carlos Lemons for a 40-yard touchdown, and the Indians lead at the half 21-14. Things got a little bit chippy in the third quarter as a touchdown for the Sharks gets nullified by a penalty, and they would end up turning it over on downs. The defense, however, stays strong as Javon Gatson gets a sack lunch. It all came down to the last quarter, and the drive rested on the shoulders of Rod Mack Jr., and he comes through in the clutch as he bulls over the defender for a 5-yard touchdown. However, with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on the Sharks, kicker Warren Shriver was asked to kick a 36-yard extra point, and he just pushes it wide right. And the score remains 21-20. East Bay would score once more and attempted a fake extra point for a 2-point conversion and failed. The score would remain in favor of the Indians, however, 27-20. And on the ensuing kickoff, Isaiah Showtime Washington fields it and runs it all the way back for an 80-yard touchdown return. Head coach Tony Rodriguez would make a gutsy call and attempt a 2-point conversion with Roderick Mack Jr. taking it up the gut, but he gets stopped at the goal line. And the Sharks would lose a heartbreaker as they drop to 1-6 on the year.
And offensively, we just try to dial it back, make it more simple, and get our athletes the football. Wanted to control the clock, which we did, which was really, really good. And so we ran the football maybe a little bit more. But again, just try to get the best athletes the football, which gave us a chance to win.
Well, the Sharks, in what was undoubtedly the best game of the year, lost by a tad tonight as they fell short to East Bay by a score of 27-26. Kenny, I'm speechless right now. Can you just kind of take us through the fourth quarter and what happened?
Yeah, Ben, it was back and forth this entire quarter. With 1:30, Showtime Washington took a long 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Coach T-Rod rolled the dice but came up short to break the Sharks' hearts.
Yeah, but let's not get down on ourselves too much. We've got 2 district games left, one against Bloomingdale next week for homecoming, and the last one at the end of the year on November 7th against Bartow. Let's win these 2 games and make the playoffs. For Shark TV and Shark Attack, that's Kenneth Haystack. I'm Ben Tilley, and we'll see you next week.